Hey everyone, welcome to the TwinFlame Divine Love Reading for March 7th through the 14th, 2018. First of all, I would like to start off by apologizing for not doing a full moon reading, but I had major ascension go on for me and major messages coming through. I really am ready to speak to you all on a level of I've been urged to step up more, to do more work, to help out more, and to put this all out there for you all. I've seen such discouragements going on even within the group, and it hurts my heart because I know I've been there, and it continually happens for us anyway. So for this past weekend, just to be a little putting this out there, I had a major tower moment, and I was to a point where I have my son, and I don't usually talk about my life, but this kind of coincides and shows a major message for me. But I was to a point of saying, you know what, I'm done with this, because we get there, we get in that ego, and we say, you know what, you're not paying attention to me, no, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. And so my son, he is developmentally delayed and doesn't speak, and I have to do most things for him. So I got to a point of realizing when I said, like, he represents the masculine to me in a way, because it came through to me that, oh my gosh, this is what I'm doing. And some of you might be doing that as well. But I had said, you know what, I'm done. And it was just out of this rage at some point, which makes sense because it's around Aries, and it's very, Aries is a very passionate, tumultuous type of anger, and my son is an Aries, so sometimes he just goes into fits, and then I know, okay. But, so I said, you know, I'm done. All of a sudden, my son, he started to get sick, and it was almost like the life was coming out of him. Like, I was like, it was a low blood sugar, whatever. I didn't even know, I was just kind of dragging him around, and I just said, all of a sudden it came to me, and I said, I'm not done, I will do this, I promise you, I will stay on this path, and I will help as much as I possibly can. And do you know what? I gave him some fruit and stuff, and then he threw up, and he went to sleep for 4 hours and woke up like it was nothing. And it was a total ascension, but it was an ascension outside of me as well. And so it was showing me our masculine is so affected by us. When we say we're done, that's when they start to fall apart again. When we don't stay on this path and heal, what they've been saying to me is, it's time for me to come out and to really say to you all, I've been apprehensive. Throughout the weeks, I say to you on a level, you know what, it's important to heal. And it comes out in the cards. But they have given me these healing modalities that I know, if you are watching this video, and if you feel compelled, I promise you, I know I can help you. They're wanting me to step more into my power, more into helping people, because my heart just bleeds for you all. When I read these things in the comments and I hear from you all, it bleeds, because I know the feeling, but I also know the other side of it. And I have come so far in this that it's become a beautiful thing for me. But we still get tested, and I was, because I thought, I'm doing great, I'm doing fine. It's always moving forward. And what I learned, what I needed to heal was, there still was a disconnect out of fear of being hurt, rejection, separation, right? And so, and wanting so much to just be in a relationship. But guess what? Who just wants a relationship? We don't. We want this. It's amazing. But there are things that we have to move forward and heal, and it's been given to me what needs to be healed. So I would love to help anyone out there who's at their wit's end, who feels like they've hit a brick wall. Separation. There is no separation. Separation happens, and then all this karmic stuff happens even more and more, is when we are being fearful and we are not fully connecting. It's that fear, it's something from our past lives, feminine, and I'm really speaking to the feminine hard here. The masculine has to go through a lot. I mean, we go through a lot, and mostly we feel hurt, rejected, abandoned, okay? But they have to show us all these messages of what to heal. So if something's going on there that's really hurting you, it's something needing to be healed. And what I do through my healings is, we have free will, and we pray and we ask for help and we ask for healing, but we don't always know what is needed to be healed. And through my healings and my readings, which are healings, it lets you know. spiritually, what has happened, and what they're wanting you to heal at that time. So the mere fact you reach out to me, you're giving your free will, but then they're showing you through my healings, through my readings, what is needing to be healed, and it heals. My clients, I've seen amazing results, and this is not me. This is what's been given to me. I didn't, everyone wants to talk about TwinFlame. They don't have much money, and they don't have much stuff to put out there in order to get these healings, in order to do whatever. I'm here to tell you, all these cards I have here, I had nothing. I had my son alone. I had nothing, and whatever money I got, I put into this. I'm getting emotional because it is amazing what happens, what comes through. My son's even getting better and better because I know I have to follow through with this so he can get better, so my masculine can get better, so I can get better. And it's a beautiful thing because who doesn't want to be in their full power? Who doesn't want to have all that abundance to help everyone around them? But I had nothing, and I did all these cards, all these things with the faith that all I knew was I wanted to help because I know how painful it is. So now they've given me the ability to do that. And yet just yesterday I was helping someone and she just looked at me and she said, "You're so different. You care so much." And I said, "Yeah." And it's not necessarily what you get in return, but I'm here also to tell you, you do have to put something out there. You do have to. Just sitting there watching these readings and not getting healings, and I'm not even saying you have to get it from me. But we are in need of these healings. And all these messages, we can't do it alone. We're not meant to be alone. We are meant to get help from others as well, okay? So truly all the messages that came through, I really want to help. That's why I even said if you donate, whoever donates, the highest donation, okay, I will give a healing to of what I am guided to heal, okay? If you don't know how to donate, you click on the top banner on my channel page and just donate whatever you possibly can, because it's important you put out to receive, and that's part of having that faith and trust that it'll all come through. If we don't put out anything, we're not making that space for something even better to come toward us. So whatever amount of money, whatever you do, maybe give up this here or there in order, because this journey's amazing and it's really needed. And when we don't follow it and we don't heal and we don't do these things, things around us get sick, things around us fall apart, okay? So I hope I got the message out enough. It's just so important, feminine especially. And in healing yourself, you're healing the masculine. I hear people say, I'm just going to step away for now and take care of me and not think about him. And that. No, I was doing that all the time with my son. Now he's involved in everything I'm doing. He's healing, he's happier, he's going to communicate with me. And my masculine is going to communicate more and more with me. That woman that I helped, she said to me, "Thank you for being so obedient and giving me these messages and being in your true power and not being fearful I wouldn't listen or hear." Because this was not a person that knew what was going on. I knew she was a twin flame. I was put in her path and I gave her the message. And she just opened up and thanked me, because she was in her own world thinking she was crazy. And I helped her out. And then after that, my masculine reached out to me. And do you know, he thanked me for being who I am. So that's a major message here too. Step into your feminine. You can only be you. If you're watching karmic stuff going on and you think, well, why does the karmic have him? They act like this, they act like that. Maybe that's what I should do. No. You can only do you. And you love your counterpart. You love this man, this masculine. That's all that matters. The rest of it is 3D ego. You thinking you should be treated better. Well, treat yourself better. Treat him better. Treat the situation better instead of judging it all the time by 3D and what people might think. Okay? This is how that happens. No matter what, I give unconditional love. No matter how I'm being treated, I give unconditional love. And then it comes back around. And so I got a big thank you for being you. And that's a major message to all of us. Be you. Step into your power. And the only way you can do that is by healing these things from the past. Healing these things that are around you. Putting your pieces back together to step into authentically you. And I am in my major power now. Huge ascension, so I want to help even more people. And right now I'm doing it personally for everyone. And it may go on to I have to do it more collectively in a way of workshops and things like that. But right now you can get me personally with my healings that I've been told are unbelievable. I felt it for people, and So please, if you're having trouble, please reach out, because I truly desire to help. That's really what I desire to do. They've told me, yeah, you put a price on it, people will respect it and do it and listen to it, because they put the money out there, they're going to work at it. And as we know, that's for anything, okay? You put that money out there, there's a little bit of guilt in you going, I better follow this. It's like you go to the doctor and you want to get help, you do pay for it, right? But the other thing is, you can get that physical help, but what I'm healing is on the spiritual. Until you heal that spiritual and recognize it, and the brain recognize it, it cannot come through physically. You will still have these things poking at you. And so that's what I needed to recognize. I wasn't fully connecting. I was fearful of what had gone on in the past. I did some past life work in my healings, and bam, did that just go away, okay? I did it came up that I had to do an attitudinal karma one, which helps us release anything that when karma comes at us, how we react and how we truly want to react, okay? So it's amazing. It's amazing the feeling that comes through. And now I'm not aware of anyone else who does these types of healings. So it's been given to me divinely. I had my cards in the closet, some extra decks that I hadn't been using, and they guided me, say, go into that closet. I couldn't even see. I didn't have a light in there. I pulled out the decks. I brought them out, put them down, and they're all about healing. And I said, just show me what you want me to do. And then they started giving me these healings. And as I went on, even with clients, more healings came up. So I have a whole bunch of ones that really help to release these things so they're not coming at you again and getting deeper and deeper within past life, within DNA, within healing the ancestral line. So anyone who's been interested and you've had that little bit of urge, find a way to reach out. Find a way to do this, because I am here. 150%. I've never put myself out there this way in a video, okay? Because some part of me was holding back, but now, no, I'm not holding back. I know how important it is for us to heal and to stay on this journey, because you don't want anything negative to start happening because you're not on the right path. There's always going to be signs showing you, because we do have free will. This is true, but we asked for this journey. We gave up our free will a while back. So when people say, yeah, you have the choice to step off the path, you do, but your life will not be any better, I promise you. That karmic stuff will get worse and worse, because you're supposed to be going a certain path, okay? All right, whew, got that out. Okay, so now let's do our prayer with the Sacred Heart of Jesus first. So think of something you might want, and I'm going to say for the collective that we have the ability to reach out and to be helped and to be healed, okay? So, oh Sacred Heart of Jesus, who said, ask and you shall receive, we beg that by the ardent flames of love that kindle your heart, hear our prayers. And that for the collective is for us to be able to heal and recognize the messages that are coming through all around us all day long to keep us on this path. Amen. Okay, let's see what they're wanting us to know for the masculine this week. What kind of energy you can step into. And you know, this card just jumped out onto the Romance Angels deck. So, very nice. Just put you all here. Okay, and so for the feminine. Oh, boy. Yeah, feminine. There's a lot that's needing to be done. And when I was shuffling, Isis just popped right. I had the cards like this. She popped right out of the deck, up like that. So it was like, yes, we are ascending. And what did Isis do? She healed Osiris, right? We put all those pieces back together. We're putting those pieces back together. We're having to heal. It's all about healing. And what heals the most? Unconditional love. Acceptance. That's what heals the most. Don't you want that in return? Okay? So let's work on it. So for the feminine. Come on. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to take these two. Alright, start off with the masculine. Ooh, Dionysus, god of sensuality. And so here I am to tell you all, the masculine, that's the place of where he really resides, okay? Within the sacral chakra, that's how he's truly attracted to us. Feminine, we are heart-centered more, you know, like most of the time our sacral chakra is shut down and theirs is open, wide open. And that's why you see them a lot of time with karmic energy, with this woman, that woman, and they're all over the place. Well, theirs is wide open when ours is shut down. and it's going toward anything because we're shut down. So we're in the heart. And what happens is when we two come together, we come from the heart and show them that unconditional love. They come from the sacral chakras, show us that sexual type of attraction, and then we balance out. So we bring them to the heart so they feel emotion, and then they bring us down to our sensuality and sexuality, and they help us step more into our divine feminine energy. So right now, since we're having to be in our more divine feminine energy and heal those things, they're asking the masculine to help out the feminine by being in his sensuality and putting that out there to try to draw it all back together. And so for the feminine this week, we have, and this was upside down. Yeah. Grounding this nurturing. So we have Kuan Yin again, so the goddess of nurturing. There's that unconditional love, nurturing of self, right? But in knowing that when we nurture ourselves, we are nurturing them as well. Whatever we're doing to ourselves, that is being mirrored in the masculine. And if you aren't around your masculine, it'll be mirrored in some sort of masculine energy around you, like it was in my son. Okay? So it's very important. And so for also for the feminine, we have Nut, goddess of creation. Okay? Yes. And look at, there's that full moon. And with that full moon, even what I wanted to mention is right now we are having a lot of Venus energy, and that love is really, any blockages to true love and love is really coming down. So it's time for us to create what we desire from the masculine. Time to nurture that whole idea of what we desire from the masculine. And it's even come to me that in our past we may have had some abuse from masculine energy, but there's also been good parts of it. I'm not even talking about our masculine. I'm talking about even other men. And that's why I say we kind of have to clear those out of our lives, because they may be good energies, but that's the energy we want the masculine to come through with. Okay? So it's really, you can take certain people and certain male energies in your life and know that they are good to you and they are nurturing to you, and now you want to create it within the masculine, and he's going to be in the sensuality, which then will help with the creation as well. So with this moon, a lot of change, a lot of this month manifesting. So we want to be nurturing toward the masculine, toward ourselves. It's all the same. And then we're wanting to create what we truly desire, and within ourselves, within him. Okay? But he's sitting in his sensuality, because that is what mostly needs to be healed for the feminine too. So we can recognize that. Right? So there's no separation. He's really in his sensuality, which is then bringing the feminine in to be able to create what she truly desires in a nurturing energy, in a better energy, and nurturing the creation of our union, of coming together. Now, if we're not physically together, then there's something going on that needs to be healed. Bottom line. So don't, please, feminine, try not to get upset by the messages from the masculine. If they are really bad messages, it means, okay, that you really have something deep, dark that's needing to be healed, that you've been given a message, you're not getting it. You need to be, like I was this past weekend, smacked with it, and I got it. I understood it, and then I did the healing. It's been such a total shift. So that's what I'm telling you about all this, okay? So let's see the action for the masculine. Oh, there it is. And for the feminine. What is our action? It's going to be something strong. Oh, good. Because if we're having to manifest on the level I know we are, and we all are ascending on such major, and we're being pushed to do this right now in a drastic way, because look at the state of the world, you know, school shootings and all these things. We have to come up. We are being pushed as light workers, as loving beings, as twin flames, to step up and put our light out there and give the messages and get into a better place so we can raise the vibration. Okay, so the action for the masculine is getting rid of the grief and anger. So that's upside down, right? So that's good. So any grief and anger surrounding the karmic relationship, right? And see, this would be the feminine who's the karmic, because it doesn't have the sacral in there, right? It's with outside of. So this would be getting rid of. So that's great. They really are, like it's saying with the planets and everything, like real love is coming through. So they're getting rid of that, right? as we're stepping more into nurturing our feminine energy and creating what we desire within his sensuality, he's really recognizing he was not getting anything sensual, and it wasn't sacred sexuality with any of these karmic relationships. So stepping away from that, all that draining away. Beautiful. And with this Mars energy, that's a high passion energy, instead of being in that anger, it's going to be more in a passion. So for the feminine, we have, and this is upside down, communion. So, but what I love about this is, it's the number 11. And it's like being by your, 1 and 1 is not necessarily that 2 within your sensuality and sacred space, right? Divine energies, it has 1 and 1. And knowing, you know what, we're going to put an end to that, because no, we are connected fully, okay? It's not taking time. I mean, it's really come through. When you're taking time, per se, for yourself, you're working on you, you're working on him too, okay? So it's coming together, recognizing that. What do you want to plant? Also this way. What do you want to plant? And now we have 1, 1, 1, because Kuan Yin is a 10, but it's a 1. 1, 1, 1. What are we starting here? What are we being really mindful of now from our heart, what we truly desire? Take away the ego stuff of what it should be like. Okay? And just release the expectations, because all you want to sit in is the idea of this union, communication, communion, idea of this union, coming together, communion, but also communication, communicating what you truly desire, what you want to create within you, within him, within this union. Instead of focusing on what you do not have, be grateful for the parts you do. So all the things that you do have, feminine, be grateful for, and then try to heal the rest. And anything the masculine is doing, please stay in a positive place and be grateful for it. Because as you know, even with the child, with unconditional love, if you keep focusing on their negative behavior and punishing, it doesn't work. I have bulldogs. Oh, it doesn't work. Shoo, stubborn. And my child. But when I start nurturing the beautiful parts that I love, it overtakes the others. It's almost like, they're throwing a temper tantrum because you're just on them, on them, on them. And that's karmic energy. That's feminine karmic energy that is happening to them all the time. So when they come to us and they communicate to us, or we put out in the 5D that we love you no matter what. I love when you do this. I love when you do that. I love when you communicate. Instead of saying, why don't you communicate with me? Why do you treat me this way? No, tell them what you love. Guide them. They need the guidance, okay? Let's do one more. It's going to be a long reading this week, but you know what? It's needed. With 2 really ground. We've already got grounding, getting away from the grief and the anger. It's good knowing that he's doing that. But what the divine wants to truly ground us in for the masculine, getting out that fear. You know what, though? It's not bad. This is not bad. Because instead of he had been in grief and anger, now he's going to realize the fears that he has to release. And this is major for us to release, okay? So this is one of the messages too, feminine, releasing that fear. Fear surrounding this sexual, sensual relationship, but fear surrounding his masculine energy. Let's go one deeper. What do you want to possibly replace it with, or whatever you wanted us to know? Oh, look at that. Unconditional love. Wanting to replace it with unconditional love. So recognizing through this sensuality. So now he's getting rid of the grief and anger, but he's kind of sitting in this fear when it comes to love, the number 6. But now he's going to recognize it as unconditional love. That's what the divine is putting in his path. So he's stepping into the idea of unconditional love, because that's what we are giving him. Right? Okay, so feminine, what's going to, boundaries. So this is what I was talking about, number 9. Now, taking away any boundaries we have out of our, because of fear, having trust and faith, knowing that this is all going to be beautiful. No matter what it might look like in the 3D, you stay in your energy, become more whole, and you will create what you desire. You will be that creation, right? You nurture that creation. Nurture yourself and take down any of those walls, any of those boundaries, and these are blockages that are needing to be healed, right? But I'm also talking about here, karmically putting up some boundaries to those masculine energies you've been feeding off of because you didn't have your masculine. Because guess what? He's going to step into those energies instead. Right? As much as they have the placeholders for us, as we get better, we have placeholders too, just to feel better. How many times have you been like, I don't hear from him, let me reach out to that guy, and he'll give me some attention. Just as bad. Okay? You're blocking. That's a blockage. That's a boundary. Then again, then he has to then go off and do whatever. Take them all down. Okay? We're going to give one more for the feminine. For, yes, ground the inner child, right? So, and also what they're telling me is we've been like little children, okay, when it comes to manifesting. We're not manifesting big enough because we've been like little children, having some of these tantrums lately. I had it. And all it does is create these boundaries. So they're like saying, guess what? We don't want this inner child anymore. We want to grow you up with your inner divine, and that's what we're working on. Let's create that. Let's nurture it, and no more acting like a child and having a temper tantrum, but actually acting like a child in the way of unconditionally loving, okay? So there was that temper tantrum too. So we have them inside ourselves. I mean, we mirror one another. Let's see, what's the most important thing together? Like an energy we know we can put together that, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm doing this totally different. All right, so what feminine, I think it's feminine, yeah, what feminine energy we can both focus on, because we are together. So instead of like we kind of split this, I kind of split it up, but now we're going to do what can we focus on within feminine energy when it comes to the both of us. Like set that intention for both of you, like sitting together and focusing on that feminine energy. Come on. All right, what do you want? That's too much. A little too much feminine energy. Whoa, okay. There's the feminine falling on top of the masculine. All right. And then, oh no, this is the action. So let's do the masculine energy we can both focus on and make this like in a meditation together. So not only are we doing this for ourselves, but as we know, we are the same. So we're doing this. It is helping, reciprocating, but what's most important to say, I'm just going to do feminine energy. They're urging me to just do the feminine energy right now. Feminine, what you can focus on for both of you is, yes. Yeah, grounding that power, okay? Coming away from any, this is Lilith, so it's number 7. So within your divine power, you want to be that goddess that grounds within unconditional love and in a beautiful way. Not a manipulative way, but a loving way, okay? See this karmic energy around her, the snake that's around her is releasing any of those karmic energies as well. You have that within your power. So in doing so and stepping in this energy and focusing on that, and grounding divine energy, it's helping him get away from the grief and anger, work through the fear, coming out in unconditional love. And then the other is Athena, goddess of wisdom. And so they're recognizing the messages. They are a number 4, a foundation for us to work on, okay? So it's not a number 4, which could be like 4 pillars prison. It's not something, oh, that hurts me, I'm running away, I go within more and I'm not gonna deal with this, right? And that's what we tend to do sometimes. I'm not listening to this, you're too mean, I'm out of here. You can't leave yourself. You're twins, you're the same person. You can't get away from yourself, so you might as well heal it. Go in, fix it, get the message, recognize the message, and I do a great job decoding if needing help. It's part of my services as well. And do that. So in order to get within your power, you have to be aware of the messages. So instead of shutting down and running away, this is really coming out here for you, feminine, right? And then the action to focus on for both of you. Really? Oh, there it is. Popped up. And it just like popped up in the middle of the deck like that to say, all right, this is going to give you a balance. Okay, selfhood. Recognizing that selfhood, taking care of you instead of focusing on the negativity. Well, if there's negativity, that's something for you to work on. That's what they're saying. So here it is. Get the messages, get the wisdom. But for both of us, it is the union, right? So selfhood is the 2 of us together, okay? So he's always with you. Maybe not, 3D physically, but you don't want that right now anyway. But truly, working on yourself helps work on him and the whole situation, okay? And they are going to get more toward being on their own, right? Getting rid of this karmic energy, the grief and anger surrounding it, recognizing the fear. They've been fearful. That's why they've been sitting in this energy of their divine energies and the divine feminine. They've had some fear, but no, now they're recognizing the unconditional love and the beauty of all that, because that's what we're creating around them, right? Whew, major. So now, I'm totally throwing out the reading because how long this has been. So let's just go to, we're going to do it right on top of here. So this week, for the masculine, whoa, for him to focus, you know, it's going to go through him, for him to focus on what's going on with him. For the feminine, from the angels and the fairies, what's going on with the feminine? It's not so much for us to. We're going to have to work on ourselves. But you know what? We're always the one wanting the major messages anyway. So for the masculine, let's see if it... Let's go for it. We have the basis of relationship with love. 3 of fire, abundance, things look very good. Have patience at this time, make long-term plans. And it is getting away from that karmic energy. And you have the 2 wands here, the 2 flames here, and the other flame here. So it's stepping away from there. Abundance, things are coming through passion. As we know, with this Aries energy, it's passion now. It's not anger anymore, okay? Or grief. The grief may still be there, but no, it's really moving away. Things are looking very good, and they're having patience at this time to move through this fear into this unconditional love. And then we have the 7 of fire, past energies. Defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground. Choose your battles wisely. So yes, good. Choosing the battles wisely with the karmic energies, not having that anger toward them, and just being in the passion of his divine energies, right? So this is from the past. It's been going on, right? And together, it's a number 1, number 10. It's a 10, which is a number 1. So real good new beginnings with defending beliefs and decisions and being abundant in it. And so now within the present energy, we have the King of Air. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. So good. Getting out of the ego. Getting more into his divine energies, being that king, being that ruler over his ego and his head, and speak his mind with confidence. So more confidence within his divine energies right now in the present this week, and being able to communicate. I feel so much communication is going to come through because feminine we're going to work on. When we work on the fear, he works on the fear of the relationship and communication, because we do have fear. We're afraid he's going to run, he's going to reject us, he's going to, you know, we put ourselves out there and he doesn't receive it. We'll get out of that. And if it's a major blockage, well, I'm here to help, okay? So then we have in the future energies, the Empress, much manifestation, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. So they are, as they always are, they're going into the future of the nurturing, and that's because we're nurturing and we're creating, and so then they step into this arcana. So this is definitely happening in the future. They're seeing us as the major manifester, us as who they really truly want to be with and create with, and having better communication of that, because we have less fear, they'll have less fear. And then, so what might be holding them back in the 3D is enjoying life's little luxuries, 9 of Earth, right? Spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. So there's still some fear around this, okay? That they're having their luxuries going on, but there's going to be an end to that. They're stepping more into it, they're recognizing it, because they're getting away from any of that negative karmic energy. And so what positive action for this week for the masculine is Page of Air. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans, truth delivered without tact. Okay, so what they're saying in the positive action is just putting out his truth in the way of giving the messages, and let's try to be open for it, okay? And being more honest, that's what we want, right? When we get upset that they lie, it's because we're lying to ourselves. There are things there. We say, we're ready. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do this. What's his problem? No, you're not ready. There's other things. There's fears. There's blockages. There's boundaries because of the past. So right now, he's got challenging information to give, and he's got to recognize how to do it from his head, and then he's going to give that truth and deliver it. So that's that positive action. And what could help move him forward this week is the 7 of Water, a complex decision. The need to do research, stop procrastinating. Yep. Moving forward emotionally within his divine energies is what's going on. I'm feeling it. And so what the divine is surrounding him with is 8 of Earth. Skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic, going back to school. So really going within and seeking his abundance and seeking the information. They want him to have all the information to help the feminine heal even more so. And he's going to have to, speak that truth without really necessarily being tactful about it. And let's go toward what is the outcome. There it is. The outcome energy for the masculine. The sun. Beautiful. The union, coming closer. Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. So the two arcana are absolutely gorgeous, right? So they're seeing the Empress, they're seeing us have our confidence in nurturing our creation, and they're stepping into that, into the future, and manifesting more of what they truly desire, and them nurturing it. We nurture, they nurture, okay? Even through communication, put out some nice things, and definitely in the 5D, because no matter what we're thinking, saying, feeling, they feel it. They know it, okay? So it's very important to stay positive, so this... And it's happening, right? Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. And these are ideas to move up out of those karmic energies. So for the feminine, let's see what our placement is. We're going to do the present, the holding us back, and the outcome, okay? So for in the present, release. Let go of the past, and ending that makes way for new opportunities, time to move on. And truly, this is what I'm talking about. This is the healing, okay? I just stood here, and I should have shown you. I was just standing here like this and say, whoa, what do you want for me? Like what? And this is the present, release, okay? So it's releasing the past life healing, okay? And ending that makes way for new opportunities. Yeah, get rid of that stuff from the past, okay? So you can then be open to receive. If you sit on something, it's just there. I mean, everything is giving and receiving and flow, even financing, even money. So if you put something out there, you're going to get something better in return, okay? I always think of, wasn't it Daffy Duck or whatever, when he says, I'm rich, I'm a wealthy miser. But how much does he have? It's just sitting there. Flow, okay? So release. So even if it's not through me, get help to get rid of the past stuff. Get it out of there so you can nurture and create something better, okay? And so what did I say for the, what's holding us back in the 3D? 4 of winter. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep or vacation. And so that, yeah, that's what's holding us back. That we need, oh, you know what, I'm tired, it's me time, let me just step back from this for a while and do whatever and not pay attention to, no, I mean, you could still be on your life purpose, but always put something out there. Don't worry if they're going to communicate with you or anything like that, but always put positive energy out there. Think of them, just as thinking of yourself, because what we tend to do is, we don't think of ourselves. We get too overgiving and overdoing. I'm just going to throw myself into work. Like they throw themselves into work. Instead of, no, how can I nurture myself a little bit? Okay? So, and it is like we feel possibly, oh no, I can take, I'll set aside my concerns for now and not let me work on that. I'm kind of tired and you can't vacate from yourself. Okay? Now sleep is important. Yeah, but you're asleep. If you're asleep, you're separated in a way because nothing's going to happen for you in the 3D, okay? Now, like I say, it's never separation, but it's saying, you know what, it's holding us back. We're not taking that action. We're just sitting hibernating. It's time to move. We're walking into spring. It's time to for it. Have your wishes come true instead of just sitting there, okay? So the release, what's holding you back is the past. So don't set those concerns aside. Get at them. Fix them. And what the outcome is, balance. Take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. And that is true. There's no need to rush. We take our time along this journey to get every piece back together so we come into a beautiful balance with one another. Okay? But taking everyone's input into consideration. And that means even recognizing what the masculine is going through. Okay? And what he's going through is giving us the messages of what we are having to heal. And we are healers. We are natural born healers. So if we can't do it for ourselves, we go and ask help for someone else. We ask help from the divine. You have to ask and put yourself out there. Okay? And as you see, here's the masculine spewing out this. And it's blood. It's his blood. It hurts. It's blood, sweat, and tears for him to give us these messages, have to go through what he's going through karmically. In order to give us the information, what do we do with it? We're just going to sit there and go, no, I'm not doing that. I don't know. Like, no. You're going to get in there and let go of the past, and you're going to heal these things. You're going to grow your inner divine. You're going to cut down those boundaries that have been put up because of karmic energy and the fears, and you're going to nurture and create a better energy to bring this union together, better communication within, better coming together, communion, you know, right? Instead of being over here and recognizing we're together and we are together within ourselves. You can't run from yourself, okay? So that's the major message. So he's going to get through this fear, see that unconditional love, because that's what we're working on. That's what we're getting for ourselves here. Okay, so what's going on majorly in the 3D for the masculine for us to be aware of? Boom. Yeah, We'll take that. And for the feminine, let's really get one to pop out. Oh, I popped that. Whoa, now that was pop. Whoa, you want to go there? Yeah, but to ground in the 3D. Okay, these came out too. So, okay, for the masculine. Aha. Passion, fire, good. Okay, so they're grounding that. Right? So when they had that fear and anger coming down, it was like fear and anger going away. I mean, not fear. What the heck is it? Grief and anger going away, right? And then going through that fear, but it's right now they're saying in the 3D, they're grounding their passion more, their divine energy and passion with the Mars energy and the sun things working out for them. So there it is, all this warmth and brightness and everything that's coming through. And really, and as we have here with this winter solstice reflection, going within, but recognizing this passion, recognizing the sun, recognizing the union, and this is on top of the reflections, on top of the unconditional love, and then this is on top of the fear. So like replacing the fear with passion, and with this cold reflection of what the grief and anger comes the reflection now of unconditional love. So that's why this is upside down here as well. Because instead of being in that fear, they're recognizing now their passion because of the unconditional love. We're going within, thawing any of that stuff out with their passion for unconditional love. Right? And then we have the wind. It's moving everything forward. Okay? So, but being patient, it's going to go not so, quickly, but it's activating. There's activation within the 3D of all this, of the unconditional love, the fire, getting out of the fear, getting out of the coldness, the grief and the anger. Okay, so for the feminine, what do we have going on here? Oh, good. Earth magic, fairies. And I do healing with the fairies too, so that's part of it. But earth magic. So knowing that we can heal all that spiritual stuff within our 3D if we just put in the work, if we just reach out there and get rid of these boundaries. The fairy magic, the earth magic is on top of these boundaries, so they're wanting to help clear those things out. What we can do, radiance, ground that radiance, and the radiance, and these two colors coming together, well, summer solstice, but that's also feeling the sun, but the two coming together is radiating from our solar plexus as well as our sacral chakra, our divine purpose and our sensual sexuality, divine feminine energy, okay? So we want us to radiate that and ground that. And a communion again, okay? So know that it is coming together. Communication can be better within the union when we put more light from this darkness. Get the wisdom coming through, right? Release all these things. And this is on top of this. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Do you really want to make a decision later? Do you want to wait anymore? Do you want to wait anymore? It's happening. This is what it keeps coming through for me. It's happening. Not this will happen and that'll happen. No, it's happening now. We are on the path now. Now we have the ability to have it move forward, or we have the ability to stop it with all the obstacles we throw in the way. Okay? So get into better communication. Come more toward the light. Get out of the past darkness. Have this radiance. Radiance coming from your solar plexus and your sacral chakra. Working on all these things is what they're telling us what to work on here too. So I'm going to pull out throw out a frequency card to help work on that as well. Right? And then perspective. Getting a better perspective within the light. right now. So there you got the Milky Way. So things are like, oh, what am I supposed to be doing? Get that dark stuff out of you so you can come more to the light and have a better perspective of what this whole journey is about, a better perspective about who you are as a divine feminine, what your purpose is, and how you can attract that beautiful masculine that you desire. Get rid of those obstacles. And this is for the balance. When you get a better perspective, you would then have this balance, a better perspective about your masculine and the messages he's trying to give you, and release them. Release all that stuff, right? So you can come together in a better communion, right? But also better communication within these chakras. So for this is really grounding that, right? And this was there too. And grounding that, getting out, look at this darkness we have going on here, trying to come to light, and we have it. We have it here, but this is what's needing to be healed. Most of the time, it's the biggest part of it. And the part of the past life healings I do, yes, we're getting through anything of the feminine energy that was wounded, right? And even life purpose, most of all, of us being in our spirituality and being persecuted for it. So let's go on to romance to be aware of. Oop, that's big. And, whoa, okay, you want to go there. Anything else? Ooh, bam, between the two. And we are family, so I'll show you what that was. Oh, and, okay, perfect. And this, I'm putting toward him. Okay. And this card just flew out very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Yes, now. Not it'll happen down the road. Not do it now. It's happening. So whatever you're doing in the now, in the moment, you're creating your karma. You're creating, we're manifesting what we're putting out there. So very soon, do that. And then on the bottom of the deck we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And as we know, we're within divine timing right now. So even if it's not waiting for, we're working through. We're not waiting for anything anymore. We're within the divine timing, getting our pieces back together and working on all that. Okay? All right. So getting down to the bottom of it, yes, divine timing is at work, but while we're waiting, we are doing. Okay? It's happening. We're replacing those pieces. So very soon. So decide clearly, what are you wanting to do here? Telling you, do this. And so if between the two of us, we're healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Oh Lord. And I do a forgiveness and then do the other stuff that the ancestors and all that work and all that healing throughout your DNA, throughout the soul, all of it. Okay? But it is truly about ones that came before us, and that's how we have that ego. We have that ego because we think, and a lot of the times we don't go with our masculine either because what would my parents think or what would this person think? And we got to forgive all that stuff and just be within our energies because it is safe for us to truly love. Instead of making decisions on love, it is safe to open up our heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, and that's that unconditional love. So when we're giving that unconditional love to the masculine, he steps out of his fear. And then there's no need for us to fear because he will give the unconditional love back. He will give us those messages in a nicer way because we're being more loving. If we keep complaining at him, how do you think he's going to react when he has to give us messages, right? So nurture and create in the masculine what you desire. Think of the beautiful things about him. And so for the masculine we have, beautiful. Getting rid of this past life relationship for the right one. You have known each other before. So that karmic soulmate energy, yeah, getting rid of that for that. Of us knowing what, and that's on top of the sun, the union, okay? Reflecting enough to step away from the grief and the anger of the karmic relationship, step out of that fear, the fear that this is on top of, the fear that comes from the karmic relationship from the past life and all the past life issues which we're going to heal, right? And stepping more into their passion for being able to now to express their love and make romantic gestures, and we will be open to receive them, right, feminine? So they're going to express their love on top of this unconditional love, on top of the sun. Okay, so this is like a foundation for the feminine to recognize here, and then what's going on as well. So we're doing here finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Yeah, if you're not willing to put something out there, if you're not willing to step into your divine purpose, yeah, you're going to have issues. And it's the factor, okay? This is what I'm trying to let you know. It's having that faith and trust to know you are supported. It's all there for you once you make the steps. Take the steps, okay? Take the steps you're guided to take. And if you're watching this, you're guided to heal. Okay, sorry. Now, to get the better perspective, to get the better communication, these finances and career are blocking that for this radiance, okay? And so what's the major thing here? Yep. The foundation of all this is getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens, okay? So when we are honest with ourselves, our innermost selves, healing of that helps one another, and our bond gets stronger and healthier. And a lot of the times, feminine, we are fearful to let the masculine know who we are. We're the same person. Yes, we've had different things possibly happen to us along the way, and that's why we do the healings the way we do them, but still. So this is all about getting to know yourself, and then the bond deepens and getting to know him in the way you truly desire. But right now, you're fearful as well about what's stopping your perspective and this communion and better communication is that fear around your finances and career. It's creating issues and blockages, boundaries and blockages of karmic energy. Okay, so now I have these cards I wanted to use, and I'm not even sure what I wanted to, in what way I wanted to use them. If it would have been a communication from the masculine to the feminine, or it's just divine communication for both. Okay, for the union, kind of. All right. Ooh. All right. Well, wherever it falls, we'll take it. So I like to see the outside of them. All right. Ooh. Oh, it's a lot on him. Now, those messages for the feminine. Oh, yes. Okay. And this is from the feminine to the masculine. That's what they're telling me. Okay, this is on top of the very soon. So we'll just take that. And on the bottom of the deck, what we have here for just in general to know about is, here's the card. This is what the divine is wanting us to know. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. And that's where it is, okay? So any of you feminine out there being upset over the sexual part of it, he's now in that energy for us to cultivate more of our divine feminine energy and to attract him more, okay? So it is all about a sexual union, okay? So that's the foundation here too, and I'm going to put that up here instead of, there it is. Well, there's the thing too. Honor the place in one another where you are. And this is the selfhood, recognizing the selfhood within the sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find your true bliss. And that's what it's saying. Guess what? You can't separate. You definitely can't walk away from yourself, so you're not walking away from him. And no, even when you're working on yourself, you're still giving some energy off to him. That's important, because this is a union. And then you honor the place in one another, like I said. See the good things and nurture those, okay? And a lot of times it's the sex. Sex is amazing. How is he with that, okay? And if it's not, that's more things to be healed, okay? So let's go for the masculine here. I just love these. They're pretty. So we have, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Okay, so what they're trying to tell us is if we resist change, and that's change of healing, okay, then we resist the natural flow of life, and we create unnecessary stress. We create their unnecessary stress. We resist any type of change, and we get upset over something, or resist any idea that the masculine or the situation can change, so we get angry and say, I'm out of here. Then we are putting up those boundaries and blockages, and that natural flow of life, then it creates his stress, his karma. So go with the flow. Be within the path. Okay? Be on this journey and stay positive. You will be surprised where it leads. You'll be surprised where it leads. Okay? And then for this one, very peaceful looking, we have, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. And let me tell you something, that's what happened to me this weekend. Okay?
It was very scary, upsetting, but I saw the blessing that came out of it and the message that was in it. There's a higher purpose, and it was about my higher purpose. So they're telling you as well. If you are watching this, this is what they're trying to tell you. No matter what is going on, that things are happening for a reason. Take the messages. And if you need help, I will help you. And through turmoil and all those things, and people were reaching out and saying, this happened, now I can't take it anymore. What are the messages there for you? What are you needing to heal? A blessing will soon be revealed. The blessing of you get out there and heal it. Okay, so for the feminine, and it really is coming from the masculine, saying, no matter what you're seeing going on with me and how much is hurting you, get through it. There's a higher purpose. There's a reason for it. It was to set me off because there was something still stuck in me that I've released now. And it's a beautiful feeling. So for the feminine to the masculine, beautiful with the moon and the beauty of the feminine energy. Freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Yeah. And so we're freeing ourselves. We're taking out those obstacles because we are telling them now, there's nothing stopping you. I'm not stopping this anymore. I recognize it. I'm clearing the path, getting rid of those obstacles. And it can be clear if we want it to be, too. So we're letting them know, you know what? We're recognizing if we want this path to be clear, we got to just clear it. Get out those things, those boundaries that we're creating. Free them. Free the past. Free the negativity. Free it all for unconditional love. It is a choice. It truly is a choice. But sometimes we don't know what choice to make. And that's why I do what I do. And it gives you ideas of really what's needing to happen. And so on top of that, very soon and clearly deciding, oh, look at that. Passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So clearly decide to go toward the passion. It's magnetic or seductive. Just enjoy what we have. Be grateful for all the things. Be in a positive way. Stop looking at the negatives. Be grateful for the positive. Bring it out in your masculine. Bring it out in every part of your day. Okay, there's the passion. Decide to go toward the passion. And this is the very soon I put it over toward the feminine, which is true. To decide on that passion, then he steps out of the fear. He steps toward the passion and the unconditional love. And everything is activated within the union. Change, positive change. Whew. All right, we'll do another, well, this is, that's from the masculine. Beautiful. And for the feminine to the masculine. So, we have from the masculine, very soon. What you're asking for will happen soon in a happy way. Stay positive. All right, he's letting you know. So any fear surrounding that it's all going to fall apart and be terrible in the way that it has to come to you, well, no, it's going to come in a happy way. So good. If we clear this stuff out and take away our limiting beliefs on how can this happen? How can it get any better? Look at all the karmic crap we've been through. How can this work itself out? It can, by the divine. When we free ourselves from anything we think, those boundaries we put up of 3D ego thoughts of this can never happen. No, it's going to happen divinely in a happy way, in a beautiful way very soon. So clear the path, free yourself from the past, and explore your options is what the feminine is trying to say. It's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. And we are in there making changes. Now we're letting them know it's time. It's time to make those changes with that turtle. Just moving along the path, getting everything done, putting those pieces together, not jumping too far ahead, but, okay? We know, we're letting them know, we know you're exploring your options and how to get to us, get back to us. Okay, let's do a crystal. This one went on the masculine. These are for both. Foundation of on top of the healing family issues is going to help heal family issues and make us feel safe for love. Yes, getting out of that fear. That's going in there. What do you want from here? Come on, that passion. Okay. So for the masculine, we have amethyst meditation. So going within. Where are you, amethyst? It's raining outside, so I'm sorry if it got a little darker, but it's just like a nice cleansing right now for us all. Okay, so amethyst Meditation, third eye. The beautiful crystal is the master stone of meditation. It balances the right and left hemispheres of the brain, allowing you to drop into a deep state of trance and relaxation. The medicine of amethyst assists in healing and transforming addictions relating to painful, suppressed emotions, and is an overall healing crystal on all levels. Invite this tranquil stone into your sacred meditations and receive its wonderful blessings. Open and allow yourself to float into the blissful essence of amethyst. Powerful overall healing crystal assisting on all levels. Overcomes addiction, bringing awareness, healing, and dissolving old patterns, old karmic patterns. Assists, opens you to your psychic abilities. Assists wonderfully in dream recall. Aids in anxiety and stress relief. So that's on top of that fear. For the feminine, we have, yay, Morganite, relationship healing. I'm getting a ring. I'm excited of Morganite. Because it helps for everyone, even when I'm doing healings, when I wear certain crystals and stones. Okay, relationship healing of the heart. Morganite is a powerful medicine that heals old pain and wounds around your relationships. Breathe this gentle yet powerful energy deep into your heart as you open yourself to receive its divine love. This beautiful crystal, the grandmother stone of rose quartz, holds an even deeper wisdom of love. It assists you to deeply love yourself and to expand this universal love out into the world in order to love all that is and beyond. It also helps you to look honestly at old sabotaging relationship patterns that are keeping you stuck and stagnant in old stale energy. Morganite invites you to take a leap of faith into the heart, where you can find the strength and courage to heal. Connects to the love of the divine, enhances love of all aspects of self, releases self-sabotaging relationship patterns, allowing for loving unconditionally. Heals old relationship wounds as the heart opens, creates a sacred space to heal this connection between two souls in divine relationship. Okay? Coming into that communion, this is what we're having to heal here. Okay? Heal. So for healing the family issues and it's safe to love, we have emerald for compassion. So helping with the family issues, with the past and all that, is bringing through compassion. And that's the heart. Emerald has been recognized for its powerful medicine of love and compassion for centuries. It was found in the breastplates of the kings and queens from ancient times. This sacred stone shares the medicine of the heart and invites you to deepen into the love and compassion of your organic nature. That's how we heal. Okay, promotes divine love and compassion, assists in staying connected to the wisdom of the heart, deeply activates the heart chakra, and assists in creating intimacy. Assists in letting go of old connections and superficial relationships. So, getting to a better love. And then new beginnings. Perfect. Okay, coaxonite. Yeah, new beginnings now within love. It's safe now to love. Solar plexus and crown. Okay, coaxonite is a high vibrational crystal containing a range of different medicines and energies. It can awaken new opportunities, especially on the spiritual path, and is a great ally for energy healers because it shares its powerful medicine of awakening the soul. It helps you to let go of stale energy and experience and allows for fresh, vibrant energy and new beginnings. Enhances channeling gifts and abilities, enhances creative ideas and awakens imagination, journeys with you into the magical realm of spirit, activates new ideas and inspiration. Perfect. And that's on It's Safe for You to Love. Open your heart to give and receive. And so on the very soon, and that passion, we got diopside, and that has to deal with Mother Earth. So it's like these motherly energies coming to Earth in the 3D within your heart. This loving healing crystal is deeply connected to and aligned with the heart of the Earth. The medicine of diopside will gently guide you into the inner chambers of the heart and to know your true essence, and encourage you to feel the oneness with the earth and the blessings and healing that comes with such a sacred connection. Mother Gaia shares her medicine of divine love, nurturing, grounding, balance, and deep feminine energy of healing. Diopside also assists in healing unresolved wounds from your mother. So past life stuff going on here. Assists in connecting to the heart of Mother Earth and in receiving her healing energy. Allows an opening to receive and nurture yourself. Holds you deep in love as you explore childhood issues. Assists in identifying trauma carried from the womb. Wow. Woo! So clearly decide that you want to release trauma carried from the womb so the passion can come through. And then through all of this and all the healings that we are doing, we're doing them, right, everyone? You're just doing. Set your mind and your heart to you're doing them, okay? And you're open to receive them. Cuprite, rites of passage, base and sacral chakra. Cuprite is the feminine aspect of the crystal hematite, a very sacred stone. It holds the medicine and energy of guiding you through the process of transformation and healing on a very deep level. This dynamic crystal invites you to sit with your pain and stop running from your fears. There it is, from the messages. Stop running. It offers a space of deep healing and allows you to find the strength and courage to deal with life's messages, challenges, those messages, as you draw deep wisdom from this process. Deep wisdom, wisdom is the knowledge from the masculine, the messages from the masculine, from any masculine energy around you. Supports exploring the shadow self and healing deep issues. Wow, how much shadow self, past life shadow, karmic healings, what I do, provides access to sacred ancient knowledge of the feminine, supports and holds you as you enter into the void, supports you to feel like you're you belong here on earth. Very much so. And it's grounding that passion and grounding instead of having the fear. And we do have the fear around the relationship, the fear that we'll be treated the same way. Well, you got to release that from the past. It's a major thing to release. That's why a healing is needed to be done in that way. So I was going to, well, no, let's go to, all right, masculine energy to be recognized this week. What he's going to be in. And now we have the feminine. There. For the masculine. Maui, good. Discovery. More and more discovery of emotions and what he truly desires and how he can walk away from this stuff. The scary stuff. Getting within a better emotion instead of fear. Getting into a loving, unconditionally loving emotion. So good. And working through it. Fighting for it. Persephone, cycles. Yeah, we're going through another cycle, another awakening cycle, another more getting deeper into the darkness and then just recycling. Actually, no, not recycling, but it's like telling me getting that out of us so then we can put something in its place in a better way. So that's what I do. You take out that darkness and then put more light. You become more into your divine feminine. You're putting those pieces back together. It's cyclical. It's a cycle. Get rid of, release the finances to receive the abundance. Release certain things toward abundance to receive abundance. Now I will do the frequency card just as a quick type of healing that you're wanting to work on this week. Let's see. Whoa. Okay, I'll do it. I'm guided to do. It's mostly the masculine going toward the feminine, so here we go. We have, Divine Feminine. The frequency of the Divine Feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. And what they're telling me now is this is what it ends up being after. So it's kind of like it would actually use the feminine going to the masculine and him recognizing the frequency of our Divine Feminine because we're working on that. We're cycling that toward him. So first we're going to do our, solar plexus chakra, the frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life. Supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. Okay, there it is. Most important thing. And the willpower is like it was said to me, thank you for being obedient. And this having the willpower, no matter what's going on, release anything that's upsets us, no matter what's going on, we have the willpower to stay on path. And then we have Cosmic Flower. The frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home. And that is our union. The core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. And that is the union. Okay? So staying within your purpose for this union, knowing that. For authority. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Okay, so we are an authority. We're getting energy from the authority, and we can be receptive, wise, and loving.
So that's the other thing. We're putting that out there. We are kind of the feminine, kind of the authority. We work on all this and it goes to them. So we're working on that, their purpose. We're working on knowing our home, our union, and then it's going to them for them to be receptive, be wise, get those messages, and then send them to us in a loving, more loving manner. And then the crown chakra. The frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so any of these messages, it's like, okay, take any of the negative energies, put it more toward light, and give us these, receive, but give us the messages in a loving way is what we're trying to heal here, okay? And then fertility. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. And what is that? Toward the masculine is the divine feminine energy. So all this is being healed. So the masculine recognizes the better divine feminine energy, walks away from the anger and the grief of the karmic feminine energy he has known, out of that fear, right? Because we're sending this to him in a nice way. He's going to receive it and send his messages back in a better way too. If it's not in the 3D, definitely in the 5D. So open up feminine to be in that unconditionally loving space, because that's what we want them to feel from us. And then this card popped out onto the earth cards. So in the 3D to be aware of, and this is at the end of the reading, then the 3D, new beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Wow. So we're pretty much coming into a new beginning in our 3D as long as we recognize these energies, do our healings, and be in a positive place and try to combat the karmic energy and the 3D and the ego and all those things. Stay with the divine. Stay in your truth. Stay in your trust, your faith. That's all I can really give to you. But also, I am here to help heal. Please reach out, okay? So, thank you as always, as liking, sharing, commenting, donating. And you know, you go onto my channel itself, and in the banner, it'll say thank you for, and it's the donation, okay? And so, as I said, you know, donate, whoever donates the most will get a free healing reading, whatever I'm guided to or they want to choose. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in and hearing my story. And until you see me again, share the love.